Some people that don't have a lot of capital, they can't go put $229,000 down in the stock, or it might take up their whole portfolio. Um, it may just depend on how you feel about that particular stock. So maybe with Nvidia, you become a long-term player, but with Apple, you become a short-term player because you have different beliefs about Apple and Nvidia. So there are some situations where I want to just buy the option. Like the example I gave you with Oracle. I didn't want to be a long I don't want to be a long-term holder of Oracle. Not especially not when the price is inflated like that. But I do want to be an option holder. And then once you decide you want to hold the option and you want to sort of make a shorter term play, you have to decide what kind of option holder do I want to be? And that's where you go through those five things, right? You know what stock it is, but then you're like, okay, do you want to be a buyer or a seller? It's a call or is it a put? What expiration date do you want? What strike price do you want? And there's no clear sort of formula for how you pick those things. It really comes down to you calibrating exactly what you want. It's like cooking a meal. There's no one way to cook food, right? Different countries cook in different meals in different ways all around the world. And it really just comes down to not just your investing culture, but your situation, or maybe how you feel about what's going on in the economy right then, or how you even feel what they call risk appetite might be. Right. So let's go back in here, and I want to look at this page because I promised you earlier we would talk about what it means to reverse an option. So here, okay, on E-Trade, sites like E-Trade, you don't really have a rollover feature. But let me explain what it means to roll over an option. So let's say that you have this option that you buy. Let's say you buy this option on Apple and the strike price is 230 and the expiration date is November 21st, and you just own it. You buy it for $11 a share. You buy 10 of these contracts, you put down $11,000 in your investment. Well, in the example earlier, I mentioned that after November 21st, the game is over for you, but it doesn't really have to be over for you. I mean, it's over for you if you do nothing, but it's not over for you if you change certain things. So that's where a rollover comes into play. Sometimes investors don't want it to be over. They say, "No, I want to keep the party going." You can do anything you want in the options world. You just got to pay for it. So let's say that this option gets all the way to November 20th and it's below the strike price. Let's say the stock price is it drops to 210 and I say, "Gosh, I'm about to lose. I'm about to lose all the value that I put into this option." Well, you can keep the party going, and that's where a rollover comes into play. So what a rollover basically means, it's like you're basically going to get out of one trade and get into another. So the option that you bought, you're reversing that situation and getting into a new situation. So you were a buyer before. So in order to not be the buyer anymore, you got to be the seller. So you got to sell the position that you were in before, and then you have to buy a new position at the same time. E-Trade doesn't have an easy rollover feature that I know about, whereas Robinhood, you can hit a button to roll over an option, which is really important for tax purposes because what it does is it keeps everything under the same transaction. So here, I have this option. I'm on the expiration date. It hasn't happened yet. So what I can do is with a rollover, you are selling the old option and just buying a new one. And the same procedure that you use to choose the option the first time, use the same procedure the second time. The only difference is you're changing a variable. You got to change the strike price and or the expiration date. Definitely the expiration date because you run out of time on this option. And so you're literally hitting the refresh button and getting more time on a new option. And how much that time costs you depends on how much time you want.